Tough trip down to Rugby Park. What sort of a challenge is that for your team?
Very much. Tough challenge, yeah. Difficult place to go, always is. Very well organised team, very difficult to play against. They've got good players as well, that can hurt you all over the pitch, physical side as well. So the players know what to expect. We've been there already this season. But we're in a really good run of form in terms of the league campaign. We want to try and keep that run going.
Does it feel like there was any interruption to the run by losing that cup tie? Given it was at Celtic Park, the expectations were that Celtic were going to put on a performance. Does it feel like it's the end of a run at all?
I don't think it feels like the end of the run. It's clearly a feeling we've not had for a long time after the game, which is not a nice feeling, and none of the players certainly want to feel that again, because you're obviously very disappointed to lose games of football. As difficult a game as it was, you never like to lose, never accept losing as well. But I think we've got no time to feel sorry for ourselves. So we've put ourselves, now the full focus is the league, and there's nothing else to distract away from that. And we've put ourselves in a fantastic position to finish the season in a real positive way. And I think clearly this weekend will be a big game, big task ahead of us. And all the games between now and the split, so 4 games before the split, are all huge because every team in the league have got something to play for. So I see it chopping and changing, and so we need to make sure we try and accumulate as many points as we can between now and that split to give us the best chance to finish as high as we can.
Chris talked there about a big game mentality and the amount of games that they've had to carry that in with them. How difficult is it to maintain that level of intensity mentally going into that?
It's something the players have done really well. During this whole run, I mean, the amount of times I've sat with the coaching team before it, going into it, preparing for games, thinking, well, this is a huge one. If we can win this one, that puts us in a real good position. If we win this one, it puts you in a real positive position. And it's been something that every week seems to be like that because of the position we put ourselves in, but also because of where we've been, to, obviously the magnitude of the turnaround for where we were to the opportunity we gave ourselves. We had to go on such a good run, and it's still so tight. When you think back to what that is, this will be 13 league games undefeated. To go on such a run and it still to be so tight shows you how tight the league is. So every game is such a big game, and I think that's not going to change because, as I've just said there, every single team's got something to play for between now and the split. And then after the split, you've got everything to play for to where you need to end up. So I think that big game mentality is, we've certainly got players that are dealing with it really well at the minute. We need to keep pushing forward.
You'd be delighted for Nectar, but maybe not surprised that he gets his call up this week?
Yeah, not surprised. I think fully deserving of it. I think when you think back to where he was when he came last season, obviously I was delighted to bring him back this year. Always seen him as a sort of midfield player. He'd done well at the back end of last season when Nick brought him in playing in midfield. And I just think it really suits him the way he plays. He's got really good attributes to be a really good number 6, and he's demonstrating that this year. He's getting better all the time as well, so it's not as if he's by any means the finished article. He's got loads of improvement to still come, but he's a brilliant boy, fully deserves it from his effort he puts in, his professionalism, his willingness to learn all the time, because you forget he's only 21 as well, so he's still a really young boy with a really bright future ahead of him, but he fully deserves his call up. And it just shows you the club as well. When you're talking about bringing players to the club and what this football club can do, it does give you that platform for international football. If you're doing well at this level, international managers will take note and involve you in their squads when you're doing well, which is credit to all the players that have been called up.
I don't know what Sunderland's plans are for him, but what would you give to have another year working with Nectar next season?
Yeah, obviously he's still contracted to Sunderland, so we'll have to address that one as and when. It'll be something that clearly he's doing really well at the moment, and we just want to, my job's to keep trying to make him better, and if we can make him better every day and he's still contributing on the pitch every day and making Hibs better at the same time, then everybody wins, and then clearly there'll be conversations at the end of the season with a number of players, and he'll be one that clearly he's contracted to Sunderland, and we'll just see where the situation is with that one.
In terms of team news, say Nicky, looking at a few weeks for Nicky?
Yeah, a few weeks for Nicky, which is a huge blow for him because he was doing so well, came into the team. He's had a wee setback at the start of the season with injury, so to pick up another sort of muscle injury is disappointing for him. We're obviously disappointed for him. That's the beauty of the squad though, an opportunity for other people to come in. The squad is strong, so it gives someone else the opportunity, but hopefully it's not too significant and he can get back right for the business end of the season. Hopefully it's just sort of a few weeks rather than months, so which is positive because it could have been worse.
Any other notable ins or outs?
Obviously Joe's still not available, but he should be looking to get back involved by the end of sort of the start of next week, because it's international break. We can start to put them up onto that one as well, and then so the first game after that, sort of St Johnstone. If everybody comes through that, we should have a pretty strong squad. Apart from obviously Nicky won't be quite right by then, but everybody else is moving in the right direction.
Seeing the way that Nicky came back from that previous setback even stronger, are you confident he can do the same ground to the end of the season?
Yeah, fully confident in him. It's a lot of that when you've been injured is about how you apply yourself when you're injured. You know, he's a really good professional, works really hard, and obviously the work that he does with the strength and conditioning, the physios at the medical department, I'll make sure he's in the best possible position coming back. And listen, hopefully we kick on now and get the points we need to finish the season strongly, and he's coming back to the business end of the season where we can all be really successful, and I'm sure he'll be desperate to get back and impact it in a positive way.